go ahead and just take a comfortable seat, whether that's in a cross-legged position or any other comfortable resting position of your choice. Just like to welcome everybody here this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. If you do have to sign off early, that's perfectly fine. So just do what works for you. We'll just go ahead and let the eyes close here. Take a moment to find some length in your spine. If you do have a block or even a folded towel, you might place that underneath your sit bones. And start to shift your weight a little bit from side to side as you ground down through the sit bones. Think about rooting down, lifting up through the top of your head. Just start to deepen your breath. So slowly and mindfully letting yourself be here in whatever space you're in today. So just lifting the top of the head up, allowing the eyes to gently close, or just softening your gaze. We'll start with a couple of cleansing breaths today. So nice deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. One more time, nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, big heavy sigh, let it out. Just allow your hands to fall comfortably on your lap, whether that be palms down for more of a receiving position today, or allow the palms to be up, palms down for more of a grounding position, which probably most of us need today. Or turning your palms up for more of a receiving position. Maybe it's open to new perspectives or a new way of thinking during this challenging time. I want you to just notice your breathing. So without changing or modifying your breath in any way, notice the quality of your breath. Notice where you feel your breath. Does the breath feel short or long? Does it feel easy or difficult? And then when you feel ready, I want you to imagine the breath traveling up your back body. So you're going to inhale for a count of 3, allowing the lowest part of your rib cage to expand, your middle back and the upper back. And imagine the breath circling around your head and releasing it from the front body, from your heart center, the middle part of your torso, and the lowest part of your belly. So you can lengthen both sides of the breath as long as feels good for you. Just allowing the breath to travel up the back body, gently moving around your head and releasing it from the front body. And each time you exhale, I want you to think about letting go of something that's weighing you down today or this week. There's kind of lots of different things. We're kind of forced to deal with lots of different change, different things changing pretty much hourly, even minute by minute sometimes. So just allowing yourself to be here right now. Using that exhale to let go. Whatever it is that isn't serving you well. Maybe you feel anxiety. Maybe you feel fear. Maybe you feel unsettled. So I invite you today to really use the breath to both ground you, but also to allow you a little bit of freedom from those things that might be weighing you down. And I invite you to bring into your body a feeling of courage. And as Deborah Adele says in her book, courage is not the absence of fear, but it's the ability to be afraid without being paralyzed. And I've been inspired by many of my colleagues here at the VA in different places, just watching people do different things, continuing to put one foot in front of the together in these challenging times. So I invite you to find courage today. Bring it to your mat and then bring it off of your mat as well. As you continue to breathe deeply, go ahead and set an intention for your practice today. So something that you would like to focus on, whether that just be taking time for yourself, or maybe there's a particular part of your body area that needs a little bit of extra attention today. Maybe it's just letting yourself be in the moment. Setting your worries or your fears aside for this practice. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep your arms all the way out and up, lifting them over your head. As you exhale, bring them together at heart center. One more time, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, bring them together at heart center. Drop your chin down, just breathing deeply into your intention, bringing it into your heart, making it a little bit more real today. And then releasing your hands all the way down on either side of the hips. Go ahead and float your shoulders up and back. So just starting to release that tension from the tops of the shoulders. And then doing that a couple of times before switching directions, reaching your shoulders up towards your ears and then forward. Really focusing in on releasing that tension across the tops of the shoulders into the neck. And one more time, up and back, opening up the heart, broadening across the collarbones. And then releasing the shoulders all the way down, letting your fingertips just fall down to your mat. Go ahead and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Maybe circle out that left wrist a little bit, or open and close your hand before bringing your chin down to your chest. Pausing here, inviting some breath into the back part of the neck. And then slowly moving your left ear over to your left shoulder. Adding a little bit of movement into that right hand, if that feels good for you. And then dropping the chin back down to the chest, allowing the breath to flow to the back of the neck, and then back to the right shoulder. And slowly down in front, and bringing it over to the second side, left shoulder. Continuing to breathe into the neck. Good. Keeping your left ear towards your left shoulder. Go ahead and just allow your chin to tip down, looking and gazing towards the left shoulder. Feeling a little bit more of a stretch into the neck. Maybe modifying your head position depending on where you feel tension. Maybe tipping the chin upward towards the ceiling. Feeling that stretch more in towards the front side of the neck. And inhaling the head back to center. If it feels available to you, you're going to lift your chin up. Start to breathe into the base of the throat, opening up the front of the neck. And slowly coming back to a neutral spine. Go ahead and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Allowing the breath one more time to flow to the left side of the neck. And maybe angling your chin a little bit more downward, kind of tucking it towards that chest and shoulder. Or turning it up towards the ceiling if that feels good. And then slowly bringing your head back to a neutral spine. Go ahead and inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Take a steeple grip, lengthen both sides of the trunk, and then we'll tip to the right here. Just starting to breathe into the left side of the trunk. Inhale, bring both hands back up to center, and exhale, tip to the second side. Grounding down through that right sitting bone, keeping your chest nice and lifted, your spine lengthened. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, press the palms towards me. Think about rounding out the middle back. Drop the chin to the chest, separate the shoulder blades. Let the breath come to the mid-back. Good, inhale, sit nice and tall. Sweep your arms up, tip your pelvis forward like a seated cow variation. As you exhale, go ahead and tuck the tailbone under, round the spine a little bit further, seated cat variation. Inhale, sweep up, tip the pelvis forward, seated cow. Exhale, round, tuck your tail, seated cat. One more time, inhale, sweep up, lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck, separate the shoulder blades, chin to the chest. Good, inhale, find a neutral spine here. As you exhale, go ahead and bring your hands back behind you. So interlacing either your hands or your thumbs. Draw down and back. Think about pulling your shoulder blades together as you lift the chin up towards the ceiling. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position, you can switch sides with your legs or stay where you are, whatever feels good for you. But pull the chest open so you're feeling some length across the front body. Take a nice deep breath in. If you'd like, as you exhale, explore a forward fold. Let your hands come off your back. Draw those arms down towards the floor. Bring your trunk back up. Breathe in, lift your chin. Good, one more time. Exhale and fold. Let your arms float up. Pull the arms down towards the floor. Inhale, sit nice and tall. And as you exhale, go ahead and release the arms down. If you're sitting on a block or a rolled towel, go ahead and scoot it off to the side. We're gonna come over to hands and knees. So you're gonna bring your spine into a neutral position. The hands are gonna come underneath your shoulders. I want you to find some grounding in tabletop. So hands are underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide. As you inhale, go ahead and come to cow pose. As you exhale, round and tuck. Press away from the mat as much as you can. We're just going to start to cycle through cat and cow at your own pace. Inhale, nice long neck. Maybe you shift forward towards the fingertips. Feel a little stretch into the forearms. Exhale and round. Start to invite some side stretching here. So shifting the hips from side to side, just really connecting with your body. Cat and cow can have many variations, so do what works for you. If at any point you'd like to take a breather in child's pose or extended child's pose, that's always available to you throughout the practice today. Everything that we're doing is an invitation, so if something doesn't feel good for you, if you feel like you need to make a modification or do something differently, please do that at any point. We'll take a couple more cycles of cat and cow at your own pace. Finishing the cycle that you're on. As you round through cat, go ahead and drop back, big toes together, knees wide. Walk your hands all the way up towards the top edge of your mat and either forehead to the mat or turn your head to either side. Shift that breath nice and low into the belly. Inhaling, drawing in a sense of peace and calm. Exhaling, releasing fear or anxiety. Two more nice big belly breaths. Feel that belly expand out towards the mat as you breathe in. As you exhale, drawing the navel in towards the spine. One more time at your own pace. Nice big belly breath. Big heavy sigh, let it out. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards your knees. Tuck your toes under towards the back edge of your mat. We're gonna come to garland pose or malasana. So you're gonna turn your toes slightly out. This is one of those poses where sometimes it's helpful to have a block. If you don't have a block or something to prop up on, just come to a yogi squat. So we'll come to more of a upright squat position. Otherwise, if you have that length into your heel cords and openness into your hips, you can come to garland pose. You're gonna bring the elbows to the inner thighs, separate the knees, bring the hands to heart center and find length in your spine. So you're breathing in, rooting down through the feet. The tailbone is pointing down towards the floor. As you exhale, drawing the navel into the spine. Keep breathing. Good. As you inhale, we're going to reach that left arm all the way up and over. A little side stretch here. So think about reaching through the fingertips. Good. Big inhale, sweep your trunk back to center. Exhale, release it down. Second side, inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, tipping to the left. Breathing into the side of the trunk. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release down. Good. This time I want you to plant your right hand. Inhale your left arm back. So you're gazing back towards that back wall. Little spine twist here. Coming back to center, release down. Take a breath in, momentarily lifting the top of your head. This time plant your left hand. Inhale your right arm back to twist. Give a little press into that knee if you want more of that inner thigh groin stretch. Good, come back to center, release your fingertips down, toe heel your feet in. So they're hips distance apart. Take a forward fold here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows or just letting your fingertips dangle towards the floor. So starting to feel some of that length into the back body. Feel free to let the back of your neck relax so your chest is coming down to your thighs. The knees can be generously bended here, bent. Keep breathing. Maybe swaying the upper body, dangling the fingertips to the floor.